The Jamie Dyer Show.
Right, very pleased to have in the studio today Cara Dudgeon, of course, who's on the phone, and she is the lead in the Worthing pantomime this December to January, of course. Hi, Cara, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yes. So, how did the whole pantomime thing come about?
Well, I've been working for PHA. This will be my 4th year with PHA, the producers of the panto.
Yes.
And I first started working with them in 2012 after I left drama school. And my principal at drama school actually was the director of the first panto I was in, and that was Peter Pan. And their Wendy dropped out, so they asked me to step in, so I did. And then I've worked with them every year since, so it was the start of a lasting relationship.
Of course, yeah. And do you find that it gets easier each time you do it?
I'd say it's different each time I do it. I wouldn't say it gets easier. The nerves are still there every time, you know. You never quite get over the adrenaline and the nerves of it. I've got to play bigger parts each year. So the first year, like I say, was Wendy and Peter Pan, and then the second year was the Princess and Jack and the Beanstalk. And then last year was Cinderella, and obviously this year's Cinderella. So I've got a bigger part each year, which has been really nice. And it's really fun to sort of get to work with different people each year as well, and get to meet different people. And for example, this year is going to be really exciting because although we did a production of Cinderella last year, the creatives this year are completely different. So, you know, the songs will be different, the dance routines will be different, the script might be slightly different. So, you know, it's not going to be any easier than last year because, you know, they might change my lines. So, not that I can necessarily remember them all still from last year.
Of course, yeah. And you've got an interesting cast around you this year, obviously, as well.
Yeah, no, the cast are lovely. I worked with Camilla last year. She was my fairy godmother last year as well. And I've worked with Simmons and Simmons before too. They are fantastic. As well as James, who's playing Buttons. So I know a lot of the cast, but not sort of worked with all of them at the same time before. So I know we're going to have a really good time with it. They're all fantastic at their jobs as well. So I feel really privileged to be alongside them.
Of course, yeah. When do you start rehearsing for that, or has that already begun?
No, we start rehearsals on the 23rd of November. So I'm moving to Worthing on the 20th of November because we've got a few promo events beforehand, and then rehearsals start on the 23rd.
Of course, and that runs from what, beginning of January to beginning of December to beginning of January.
Yeah, 4th of December to the 3rd of January.
Yeah, and how often are the performances? Is it every couple of nights, or is it?
No, twice a day, every day.
Twice a day.
Yeah. So it's 2 shows a day, every day. We do have Christmas Day off, and we have New Year's Day off, and then I think we got a couple of other random Thursdays off in the run. But it's intense, but I love it. I wouldn't spend Christmas any other way.
The whole panto thing. I mean, I haven't been to one in years. What would you say to somebody who perhaps hasn't been to one? What are the things to attract you? What are the benefits of going to a pantomime?
Well, it's a great British tradition. It's such a British tradition, and it's something that we have to celebrate in Britain. It's not like anything you ever see anywhere else, really. You know, Camilla being Danish, she said the first time she did panto, she was like, "What? There's a man dressed as a woman, and you sing all sorts of songs, and I don't understand." But she loves it now. Yeah, I'd say you've got to come because it's great fun, it's really uplifting, but also Cinderella is such a magical story as well. Like, it's a good family thing to do, and such a festive thing to do as well at that time of year.
Of course, yeah. I did wonder, are the songs and such, are they written especially for the panto?
No, the songs will mainly be really well-known pop songs. A lot of it will be pop songs. There's a couple of other songs in there to sort of suit the character or suit the particular scene, but a lot of them are quite well-known songs. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell you what they are yet, but yeah, well, in previous years, it's always we had Gangnam Style one year, and we did Happy by Pharrell Williams. We had that last year, so. Yeah, there'll be a fair mix in there. There'll definitely be songs that everybody knows, and then there'll be maybe a couple of songs that you haven't heard before, but they sort of help to progress the story on.
Of course, yeah. So, how long does the pantomime last? Usually a couple of hours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about a couple of hours with an interval.
Of course. And you say you're moving up to Worthing. Whereabouts are you at the moment?
Moving down to Worthing. I live in the Midlands in Nottingham.
Yeah, I thought so. Sorry.
So yeah, I'm moving down to be by the seaside for Christmas, which is exciting.
Of course. Obviously, as you might have heard, we're a local service for the area. What do you like about Worthing? What do you find?
Well, so far from what I've seen, I think Worthing's got such a lovely community. I came down to Worthing to do the bank holiday parade thing, and the amount of people that turned out, even though it was really cold and it was really rainy, the amount of people that were there to wave at me and to wave at everybody that was on the parade. But I just think that so far what I've got from Worthing is the sense of community is so strong, and they're so welcoming. Like, everybody's been so welcoming and, said hello as I've walked past and stuff, which is really, really nice. And I love the view of the sea and the beach. I was taking some photos on the beach the last time I was there, and I just thought, I just love being by the sea. It's so uplifting. It makes you so happy. And obviously being in the Midlands, there's not really any beaches or any seaside near me at all.
No, that's right. Do you find that you have much time outside of being in the panto in December to sort of go and do that stuff?
There's not a lot of time. Like I say, it is 2 shows. Sometimes we have more time between shows than others. It depends on the performances. But usually there's only maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours between shows. So there's just time to go out and get some food and that sort of thing. But on the days off, I love to sort of explore the town that I'm in and go and do a little bit of Christmas shopping and see what I can see, really. So there's not an awful lot of time, but you can make the most of it. Going out in the evenings, and the cast like to go for meals together and stuff. It's a real sort of time to sort of make new friends and stuff like that. So it's nice.
Well, it's really that's really good, and I hope people enjoy this year's Cinderella, of course, because, as you say, it's different to last year.
Yeah, it was Aladdin, was it, last year in Worthing? Yeah. So it's a completely different story, but hopefully just as good, if not better.
Of course, yeah. So that is Cinderella at the Pavilion Theatre from the 4th of December to the 3rd of January. Thank you, Cara, today for talking to me. And
no, thank you very much for having me on.
It's all right, and hopefully you do. I'm sure you do fine, because, like you say, you've done Cinderella before, but I guess as you say, it's a different interpretation of it.
Totally different. A different director, different choreographers, different musical directors. So it's going to be totally different, but it's so much fun. Come and see it if you can. It's a great time for the family. Come and sing along to all the songs, and I'll give you a little wave as well if you come along.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much, Cara.
That's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.
The Jamie Dyer Show.